welcome to Barely Necessities. It's laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. Time to do a little window shopping, as Gio says. Becca, how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to this. It has been a busy day around the Mosley house. I'm doing some spring cleaning. So yeah, I am ready to just sit down and look at some Disney merchandise. So hey, we're starting off with some caffeine. Or no, I guess just something to hold my caffeinated beverage.
Yeah. These popped up finally at Disney Store. Maxon put together an article for us, and he's kind of been on top of this in all of the resorts, which has been fantastic. So yeah, these are the 6 tumblers that originally debuted in the parks for Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Each comes with 2 mystery pins, and they are specific to the parks. So if you want to collect all of the pins, you are going to have to either have a bunch of friends who are willing to do trading with you, or you're going to be buying a lot of Starbucks tumblers.
Okay, so let's rank these pins a little bit here. I think so far the Magic Kingdom is my favorite set.
Okay. Yeah, Magic Kingdom is really good. I mean, I'm always like Epcot. I like Epcot a lot.
Oh, okay. I have to admit that the initial one with over at Disneyland here, let me go cycle back to it real quick. Zoom back to Disneyland. I'm not about this Herald representation.
Yeah, no, not my favorite either. And
the water's good.
Exactly. I like Madame Leota. I like the Barker Bird there for the tiki room.
It feels like one of the tiki birds, yeah, for sure. You got the Zerg target there. That castle, I want it to be a little bit broader. It feels too tall. It doesn't. The scale.
It's not authentic.
Yeah, right. It doesn't feel right. And over here with the California Adventure, I'm a fan of Sebastian singing his heart out.
Yes.
I'm with Gio. This Grizzly Peak, a little over here, because I feel like he has this pained look on his face to me. Whenever I've encountered Grizzly Peak. Bet you didn't know I was going to have us evaluating the pins, huh?
No, this is great though.
Oh, but they just okay. The little car, the little Ratatouille vehicle, the Remy
with
vehicle,
the hat,
with that little hat. You got the test track symbol. Figment looks mischievous.
Yes, he does. And I like that we have the representation for World Showcase. So that's kind of fun too.
It isn't alcohol. It's maple syrup, pretzels,
that's right.
Yes. Landmarks. It's not any kind of liquor, which is nice.
No.
Oh, wow. So with studios, you've got Muppets. So if you're a Muppet fan, one of your last moments to kind of capture something, I'm sure, in this era, while we still have that attraction there. Oh, Mickey on top.
I know. It's really good. And then of course you have classic Tower of Terror because they haven't done anything to change that. And you got the Star Wars representation as well.
Okay, this is going to be the hardest for them to. Okay, you've got the Carnotaurus. That's unique. That Yeti. I prefer that Yeti. I think they did a better job bringing a unique take to the Yeti of Everest than they did with Matterhorn. That one doesn't work for me. The otter. Everybody loves the otters, so good job there. Everybody loves the meerkats, so good job there. I think only one time in the 20 years I've been to Animal Kingdom have I ever seen the lion actually standing. So,
really?
Yeah. So that's iconic. Yeah, no, it's seriously. I think it's only one time. So, so these are pins that we're looking at, and is this a blind? Do you know? Is this a blind dynamic?
Yes.
Or is it a purchase? Okay.
Yes, I believe they are mystery. It's a mystery pack. So you get the tumbler, and then the tumbler contains 2 pins, and you don't know which one you're going to get. And of course, there's no way to tell, especially when you're ordering online.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if people are going to be opening the mugs or the tumblers in the parks and trying to, feel for what.
If there's some sort of designation within the code on the label. You know, sometimes that'll happen with these
That's
mystery packs
true.
where
That's
there's like
true.
some little hint somehow you can find out what it is. Or I remember sniffing those
Yeah.
what what are they?
No, not the
Munchlings?
wishables.
Is it munchlings?
Yeah, the munchlings. Trying to
Or
figure out this one
certain
smells like blueberry. It's gotta be.
certain ones were very strong through the through the thing. The mugs are a little bit different in that they have this raised dynamic in the design.
Mhm.
Typically the Starbucks mugs, to me, you know, they're just that flat. This is not a Starbucks, but they're just the flat. These,
Right.
you can see they have a little bit of that dimensional element to it. So once again, Starbucks providing some new items in that realm of Disney parks available at Disney parks and now at Disney Store.
Yes.
Uh, Continuing with Disney Store merchandise, Toy Story's made its way.
Well, it's coming to Disney Store April 14th.
Thank
So
you.
this is not available yet at Disney Store, but
Okay.
I believe this was a Parks blog feature. And so yeah, lots of cool Toy Story stuff here themed to various characters, or I guess toys, right?
Mhm.
So if you like a particular toy from Andy's playroom, then there's going to be something here that you love.
And we spotted these already on shelves at the Disney parks. This is actually in the store window there, World of Disney, Downtown Disney. We also saw several of these items in the exit store
Mhm.
to Toy Story Midway Mania. I'm guessing we might have also found them over at Pixar Pier if I'd have, or
I
Pixar
would
Place if I'd have popped over there. But yeah, so these are, ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it is very pretty. I like that. So it looks like we'll be
Yeah.
getting an ornament too. I don't know if the ornament will be available at Disney Store, but the light up popcorn bucket is. So it would make sense if the Pixar ball ornament makes its way as
Now,
Disney continues to unveil more
and just so
holiday
you know, this
decor.
little popcorn ornament here, I mean, he's adorable little guy. He's about so big,
Mhm.
and the little head opens up to reveal the popcorn, and it illuminates the little popcorn there. So they did a nice job of bringing those to life. So yeah, a lot of new Toy Story merchandise making its way. We also spotted some Radiator Springs items.
Mhm.
There in Cars Land at California Adventure. This was a relatively new line of merchandise. So we wanted to be sure you were aware of it, along with, you know, just a collection of treats and various items from that world of Pixar. You know, they continue to bring out new stuff. Speaking of new stuff, there's a new tennis shoe partnership.
Yes, I believe we saw some of this at was it Wide World of Sport, or this was previewed at Walt Disney World, and now it's available on the Brooks website. But yeah, this is Run Disney, or Run Disney by Brooks, I think is how, or Brooks by
Mhm.
Run Disney. There we go. I know everybody does it differently. I never know how to properly say these, but yeah, this is the Run Disney collection inspired by characters. This, yeah, debuted during the springtime surprise event. So pretty cool here. We got, yeah, Minnie Mouse there, Mickey. I like these. They're very bright. They're very fun. If you're looking for something to just add a little bit of excitement to your daily runs, I mean, why not?
I think my favorite is this one that really leans into that traditional Run Disney color scheme of the navy, the
Yes.
blue, and the bright, kind of like yellow, maybe green, depending. And then you've got that Mickey silhouette on the back. It also has their slogan of "Every mile is magic"
Mhm.
on it as well. They had this shoe in the teal and purple, that, or maybe fuchsia, that specifically said springtime surprise weekend.
That's
So
so
it
cool.
has me wondering if maybe we'll see this moving forward, where we'll have maybe a unique design kind of leaning into the color scheme of the event. I mean, that would be pretty awesome, to be frank. especially given the mileage that a lot of these runners, I know my friends who participate in Run Disney, they put so many miles on their shoes that they're regularly getting new shoes. So if this Brooks shoe is a good fit for them, I could see them refreshing their sneaker at the event. I'm a big fan of this polka dotted one, although
Yeah.
I would prefer it in pink. I don't wear a lot of stuff that's gonna be where I want to wear the red. I would
Okay.
want it to be kind of that mini pink. So if that happens, I'm a fan of the Brooks shoe. I've worn one in the past. My recollection was that it was a shoe known for its stability.
Okay.
So if you're somebody who has a pronation of some sort, I suspect that you will find it helpful. And looking at these just visually, it looks like they're also leaning into that popular hyper foam, like the
Yes.
plush comfort.
Yes.
Cushion. That's it. Cushion. That's what I was looking for. The word cushion. Max Cushion seems to be kind of, we went through a phase where everybody was looking for that minimalist barefoot.
Right.
Like, we're kind of gone to the other end of the spectrum now, and everybody's trying to look like Hokas. When I bought Hokas, they were considered really ugly, and who would want that much cushion, and yuck, yuck, yuck. And now everybody seems to be leaning into the max cushion of the Hoka look, and that's what I see when I look at these. So exciting! I have yet to hear from my friend Anita, who was just at the springtime surprise. I suspect she checked out these shoes, so I will be sure to share that with all of you once I touch base with her.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Over at the Disneyland Resort, celebrate happy.
Yeah, we got a preview of the 4 collections that are going to be debuting this year as part of Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration. They have lots of bright colors, of course. We love that. We're looking at the Celebration collection, which is going to be just for everybody. And I think we've seen some of the. Have they released some of the 70th stuff already?
It's been hitting shelves, especially this particular collection with the 70 logo and that bright color scheme, kind of within that oil slick palette.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that's been hitting shelves. Mickey and Minnie's outfits are also within that color scheme.
Yes.
But this is really pretty. I'm eager to see these in person, kind of leaning into the elegance, the gold reflecting material. I think this is part of the castle.
Yes, you're right.
Collection.
That's absolutely right. Yes. Yeah.
So regal, very regal.
Ooh, yeah, I like that mug there. I like the handle with the Disneyland signature Disneyland D, and then you've got the Sleeping Beauty castle, that very like classic artistic look. That's a pretty cool mug.
Yeah, leaning into the design elements of the Sleeping Beauty film, and then you've got the what I consider kind of that typical Disney line, right? The classic Mickey pose, but with the Disneyland 70th, that long sleeve shirt reminiscent of cup designs that we've seen in the past. Gio saying there's no luxe tracksuit like some. Yes, no, not yet. You never know. We'll keep.
Oh yeah, because didn't Walt Disney World have a castle collection too? Walt Disney World for the 50th, I think they had a castle collection. It wasn't a celebration collection, but they had lots of crazy stuff. Maybe not crazy. Or is he talking about a completely different resort?
I think he's talking about
there was like
a tracksuit we highlighted recently.
Oh, okay.
Because it's vaguely ringing a bell.
Okay.
But with this 70th birthday, they're also leaning into the history a bit. We've got this black and white sketch map of the earliest days of Disneyland. You can see the Moonliner. TWA Moonliner. They're also the Skyway buckets, early representation of Space Mountain, kind of in its developmental design. So yeah, lots of a variety of stuff. Yeah, it was the 50th. You were absolutely right. The 50th. It was black and white. It was black and gold. Okay.
And it's like, this is
Florida. It was vaguely ringing a bell, Gio.
It's Florida. Who's wearing a tracksuit in Florida? But yeah, with the Vault collection, I think is what they're calling this. And I think they're going to release stuff throughout like in chapters is what they're saying, to highlight various eras of Disneyland.
Are you a fan of this? Disneyland is the star. Everything else is the supporting role. I'm guessing that's a quote from Walt.
Yeah, I from these first photos, this is the Walt Disney Nostalgia Collection, and that one's probably speaking to me the least at this moment.
Yeah.
But we're only seeing a few items, and there's going to be a lot more that I do like that pin. A lot more that they will be revealing as we get closer to the official celebration. But yeah, this is like you were saying, quotes from Walt, and then some items I think they said that will be similar to what you find on his desk.
I like the never be complete as long as their imagination left. This feels classic.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it doesn't. Some of the stuff reads like I don't want to say like old. This doesn't feel like old. This feels classic. And then I like how they have the entry plaque on the front of that zip hoodie.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah.
So that's also cool. Nikki B leaning in and saying, "I'm all for nostalgia." Yeah, I like nostalgia. I'm not as big of a fan when it feels antique. I'm not an antique kind of person, but this is exciting.
Yeah, I thought about featuring this separately, but I was like, we don't have enough like photos or anything to do in a completely single segment on this. So I'm glad you're highlighting this, though.
I'm so excited. It's a light up key. It lights up. It's a light up. I like it. Okay. So my understanding now, correct me if I'm wrong, because you've got the information in front of you, Becca. And that is that this is a key, and there's like various elements of it that you're going to be going around and collecting. And then once you get all of it collected, then it opens to reveal something. Is the way that it read to me.
That's what I'm understanding as well.
Oh, does it? Okay. So
it saves your progress, and so they suggest that you don't visit all the lock stations in one day, which makes sense. I mean, if you're going to be there multiple times, right?
Right. I'm so curious how this is going to be like in practical application. Mm-hmm. I'm envisioning like Main Street when the height of Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, when you were kind of standing there waiting for your turn at the portal. I'm envisioning that. However, I love it. I have to admit, it kind of feels very Infinity Stone to me.
Yeah. Visual. And Simon, the little Simon thing.
Okay.
Where it's like,
I like how Gio called it not just a light up key, an obscenely large light up key.
It also looks like you could play Bop It. Like it looks like
that'd be fun.
You know,
twist it,
pull it, bop it.
That'd be fun.
Disneyland.
So I am eager to see this in person. And to get a feel like, does it have, are the lights flashy lights? Are they pulsing? You know, exactly kind of how does this look in person in use? But I'm all about the flashy things. I have way too many. I'm looking right over there at my fireflies from Tiana's opening.
Mm-hmm.
So so that's one of many. Oh, and my Millennium Falcon that also lights up over there. In the other room is my little bitty lightsaber keychain. So I'm all about the light up. If it were any larger, it could be a Keyblade.
For sure.
That would be fun. You can have some fun with it as a Keyblade. But
okay, now you know that this is going to be cosplay that we see somewhere at one of the conventions this summer. Is going to be somebody wearing. It's going to be a mashup of like, Sora. Thank you. I was like, I know his name, Sora, and Disney 70th.
Yeah, it's Disneyland like a Rainbow Bright Kingdom Hearts mashup. I am also interested to see the ratio of adult to child consumer, because clearly when you look at it here, it is marketed as, you know, a kiddie dynamic. So I'm very curious to see in application, will this be the bubble wand crowd, or will this be not, because I don't know. I don't see very many adults with the bubble wands.
Right.
That still has stayed very much kind of in the child dynamic. So I'm interested to see, does this kind of break out into that? Okay, so there was this phenomenon recently. I have to share this with you. During my recent trip, I think it was an annual pass holder item, a magic key item. It's a Mickey Mouse plate.
Okay.
And it's for the Food and Wine Festival. And I believe, I didn't take a deep look at it, but I believe the way it was designed, it has like the ears are open. So it has a plate for the main Mickey, and then the two ears are open. And many people had it on a lanyard around their neck. And so they were walking around the park with this enormous Mickey plate just hanging from their neck, like the guy from who was Looking for Love on MTV years ago, whose name is totally escaping me.
Yeah,
I used to wear a big clock.
I know I should know this.
At least
I'm thinking like, yeah.
We're both lost in the
I'm
names
gonna
together.
say the absolute right. Like I'm thinking of a name from the era, but it's gonna be the absolute wrong one, and I'm like,
so there you go.
Kyle can come in and tell us.
But that was clearly like adults were. It was a inexpensive Mickey Mouse item that was clearly the adult audience was going for, and I'm curious to see. Will we see a lot of the keys being worn? Because you could, in theory, have a lanyardy element in the D part, and then a lanyardy element down there by the castle.
Yes.
To where you could, kind of hang it crossbody if you wanted. I think
this is going to be skew. Maybe, I don't know, depending on how cool the activations are. I think this could definitely skew more adult collector, because I enjoyed Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. Now, I didn't play nearly as much as I could have, but that was something I very much enjoyed. And if you're going to be able to go around from portal to portal or to all of these different activations, even though you're like, this is designed for a kid, absolutely, I could see people doing that.
And yes, it's
Flavor of Love, maybe that sounds right. Okay, definitely not the name I was going to say. Probably. I was listening to a 90s mix yesterday.
But that's what I was going to say too, but I was too scared to actually say. Yeah, I was lacked the confidence. The other thing is I was a big fan of back when they had the glow with the show ears. And I love the interactive nature that they brought to bubble wands at other theme parks.
Yeah.
And so, I really wish that this had those types of elements, but it seems to just be interacting within moments in the park as opposed to with each other, because there was something very connecting about the snowball fight dynamic that they created at King's Island.
Okay.
With their bubble wand, their Christmas time bubble wands, where it's a snowball, and so the concept was you could enter into a snowball fight with other people, and as you walked by, you could trigger theirs, and it would start to erupt in bubbles, and it was so much fun. And yeah, that's something else that I would love it if I could, just walking by somebody make their key like light up blue or red or something. It'd be fun if that kind of dynamic happened, or if they had that glow with the show, element. Yeah, exactly. Gio saying, I like the change to the magic bands, but you have to struggle to notice them. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fun when it's a little bit more kind of apparent. It's not quite so subtle. Moving on with our obsession with Disney merchandise, we've got some mouse ears celebrating the Skyliner. There's some other items too. Yes. I like the way that these are designed, in that it appears loose, so that there's a little bit of kind of kinetic dynamic to the Skyliner dangling there in the mouse ears. These also seem to have the detachable bow that we're beginning to see more frequently in some of these, allowing you to either have it or not, or change which color. Maybe you want to highlight a different color bow, with your ears. So that's cool. I'm a fan of this Loungefly that looks like the Skyliner. It has Daisy and Donald on the one side, and the way it opens at the top, which I found interesting, Becca.
Yeah, it's very different for a Loungefly style bag. It looks like it's a magnetic closure. So maybe not the most, I'm not saying that magnets aren't secure. It's not going to be the same type of security to keeping your stuff closed. But
Right.
I have worked with or used things that are magnetic that are just fine. But yeah, just kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the notion of just grabbing it. I don't have a metal zipper that my hand's going to be rubbing against when I'm trying to put my hand into my bag. But it's interesting to kind of have that depth. So I would love to see this in person. The mugs are cute, so we wanted to make sure that you knew that if you fall in love with a Skyliner, you aren't only locked into that realm of purses and mouse ears.
Right.
You can bring home mugs or ornaments. There's all kinds of growing love for the Skyliner, and so therefore a variety of merchandise available. And now I'm not seeing Doobie wear ears. It doesn't seem to be a mouse ear fan. So yeah.
Is it because of the bow?
I don't know. Ah, here we go. An official tease came from Roosevelt. Do you know the legacy of this? Did you hear about this dynamic over here at Laughing Place?
I know. I mean, like, well, other than somebody on our team spotted the stuff, I know that much. But that's about it.
Someone on our team spotted the stuff, shared the photos, and apparently, as they were leaving, saw the stuff disappearing from shelves. Wow. So apparently the timing was a little bit off, perhaps, on when these made their appearance, but they are there, and they are coming? Do we know when they are truly coming now, or are they now available?
I mean, I believe these are now available, or as long as they are in stock at the. Yeah, that's actually a great question. I hadn't even thought about that. I thought that this was like these are available now. This is Roosevelt's, and they finally have some like park exclusive shirts. So they've had exclusives for Universal Studios, I believe, and then of course they've had their stuff online, and then they've done like exclusive colorways at various conventions. But this is the first time they've had this stuff exclusive at the parks. So we're not quite sure what all this means, but it is very exciting if you are a fan of Disney and Roosevelt's. I like this one. This Mickey Mouse kind of like all around the world doing all sorts of exploring all sorts of things. Like this is pretty magical.
This reminds me of the classic Mouse Club that I'd run home from school to watch. These are the various outfits he'd wear as he talked about what day of the week it was or what adventure. And then you have the silhouettes of Disney parks, attraction vehicles, and icons in the background. We also have here. Let me reduce this so I can go to the next one. There's also a tiki room shirt that we spotted. Star Wars represented, Haunted Mansion. You've got the Hatbox Ghost. You've got the bride with a hatchet from at the Haunted Mansion. So that's pretty cool. I like also that we've got some of the graveyard. We got the tea drinking mummy from the graveyard there, along with the Gimme Out of Here conservatory ghost. So
yeah, and they've done Haunted Mansion before, like an actual Haunted Mansion collection, but the artistry on here looks more like realistic, I guess I would say, in less cartoon style. And I don't mean that in a like derogatory way or anything. So this is it's interesting to see this. This is very different from what we've seen from them before.
Yeah, this is a style for I would say I agree that the artwork for both of the Tiki Room and the Mansion are not kind of grabs of previous representations we've seen of those attractions. The art representation feels new, feels different. So excited to see this Disney park exclusive collaboration happening with our friends over at Roosevelt's. Time will tell how many designs there will be, and where they will pop up. We spotted these at Animal Kingdom. I believe they also were spotted at Riverside.
Yes,
So,
Riverside Depot is what I'm seeing here. Oh, that's at Oh, yeah, Riverside Depot at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So, yes, sorry.
oh, okay. So, yeah. So we will share more information about this Disney Parks exclusive relationship as it becomes available. But we spotted this on shelves and wanted to be sure that y'all knew as well. Speaking of park shelves, over at Disney Springs, a trio of kittens has popped up. Well, I guess even more than a trio, huh?
And this is not Marie and her siblings this time. This time we've got Lucifer, Figaro, and Marie. Yeah, kind of interesting. Some of this stuff is available at Disney's store, but it's always great to see the items in person. And there's always something different. I feel like there's always something different, or there's like an expansion of collections available at Disney Springs. So yeah, this is a plush of Lucifer. That's part, the bag there is part of the Loungefly fuzzy pastel collection. I think there's another one joining in a couple weeks. But yeah, this is pretty cute.
So out of the blue. Right? I mean, it's just sometimes you're like, I wonder what prompted all of a sudden a cat line. We need more cats. So there you go.
I mean, they've done stuff with dogs before. We've seen cat merchandise before, but I think it's, like, okay, well, for those fans who are also cat lovers.
I wonder if the cruise line, because we had that Lucifer cat sculpt in the atrium with Cinderella. I wonder if that kind of sparked some renewed interest in representing Lucifer as well. I mean, the film's anniversary just hit, so yes. It's interesting. Like I say, every once in a while, I'm just like, I wonder what sparked, all of a sudden, here, Lucifer, Figaro, Marie, we need cats. Here we go, cats. But we know exactly why merchandise is springing up celebrating graduates, because it's that time of year, right? We're coming up.
I know. I can't believe we're at another. Wow.
Well,
yes.
In the weeks ahead. So if you have a graduate and you're going to the parks, be sure to keep that in mind. You can get them something Disney special with their class year on it. So wanted to remind you of that as various graduation ceremonies approach. This past weekend, let me scroll back up to the top. Epic Universe had its media preview. There are a lot of videos here on our YouTube channel that you can check out if you want to get a feel of what the various lands are like there at Epic Universe. But with that comes new merchandise too.
Yes, and the reason we're highlighting this is because many of these collections are available online through the Shop Universal web portal. So pretty cool if you can't get to Epic Universe in the next couple months, or if it's going to be a little while before you get out there, or if you've gone and then you missed picking up some merchandise, you can get it online, which I think is pretty fantastic.
I'm in love with everything related to the Isle of Berk. There's adorable popcorn buckets. There's hats. There's pins. Yeah. There's even like figurines of entryway sculpts that they have there at Isle of Berk. So I could see my budget taking quite a hit.
Right.
With the merchandise there. Dark Universe, a little too creepy for me. Beautifully done, beautifully realized, but not what I'm jumping up and down. And about the Nintendo stuff, yeah, it's really reminiscent of. By the way, if I'm getting creature stuff, I'm leaning very much into that old school design style. But yeah, there's some new Nintendo stuff as well. I think one of the things that I'm excited about is kind of the lots more Yoshi with the new ride at Universal Orlando, and then I spotted some Donkey Kong stuff that looked fun as well. So yeah, like I say, it's super. It's like Becca pointed out, it's really awesome that these items are available over at the Universal shop. So be sure to. Do we have an affiliate opportunity with that, Becca, or is this
I'm
not?
not sure. Let me hover over the link
Yeah,
and see
I
if
couldn't.
it.
Okay, because
I
I was
don't.
gonna say.
I don't. It might.
Well,
You
hey,
never know.
do us a favor, check out the article below and then find your way over to Universal. If it is an affiliate link, we appreciate that when you make your purchases by clicking on the links through Laughing Place because you've learned about it from us. We really appreciate that because no additional cost to you, but some of that affiliate fee makes its way over to us. And obviously we appreciate your support that way. Geo saying, I'll be needing some Mario gear, which is why I was making some plans.
Nice.
I will tell you, Gideon bought, here, let me go grab it. It's right over here. I can do it easy. Because I have a teenage boy. And so he is, the Mario thing. So we picked this up at Universal Hollywood. Couple of years, I want to, when it's opening year, so what, a little over a year ago. And this is a red, right, and it's been worn by a teenage boy, so it's had to be washed quite often. But the hoodie itself, it has like a built-in brim to the hood, so you can have that Mario hat looking, and it's held up really well. I don't wash it special, I just wash it. I'm terrible that way. I just kind of throw it in, and that shape is held up well. It hasn't shrunk. It's a really nice heavy weight of material that they often use with their sweatshirts over there at Universal. Not that super thin stuff. So it's not a heavy winter weight. It's just a soft wove. So it doesn't have the thickness that makes you super warm, but it's not gonna wear as thin. If that's making sense. It's because sometimes you get those sweatshirts and they're just so thick that you're like, you need it to be a super cold day before you can really use them. But that's a great weight as far as the zip hoodie goes, but it still has that nice kind of softness to it.
That's awesome.
Geo says, brother has Luigi, and I got a pair up.
Yep.
I was thinking about that. I wanted to get Luigi since he had Mario, and he told me that'd be weird because I'm his mom. So I got thwarted on that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. In the world of Marvel, Becca, what are we sharing with everybody this week?
We're looking at some new Marvel Legends action figures that are going to be debuting over the summer. This was revealed on the Hasbro fan stream for April. And so, yeah, we've got She-Hulk there, Fantastic Four. If you're a friend or a fan of Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, that's from Spider-Man 3. Weapon X, which is Wolverine from the X-Men series there, and Mystique also from X-Men. So some of these are like movie accurate, some are comics accurate, and then Thunderbolts, that's coming to theaters this summer. So there's 4 Thunderbolts figures and they're in 2 packs. So right now you can't purchase them separately. You have to get, or when they release, they will be part of a 2-pack. But pretty cool there. Lots of exciting stuff coming from Hasbro and Marvel for the Marvel Legends. These are those 6-inch scale figures, or and as we've mentioned many times before, they have great articulation. They're really great for posing and for pictures.
We were having a discussion about this just as we were coming on air, Becca. I'm Kyle. That the backlight is fun. She has to make sure if she I warned her, I'm like, if you lean too far over towards that microphone tripod, you're gonna get all backlit. We won't be able to see you. So much fun. All the things we get to play around. All the things we get to play around here. That article has tons of photos from.
And that's not even everything we could have shared.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there anything?
I was like picking and choosing photos. I was like, they sent so many photos.
Anything in particular you want to make sure that I don't miss highlighting amongst them? Because I mean, there is some stunning stuff.
Yeah.
Within this collection.
So actually this Hulk, I think he's a little bit larger than the normal. I think he's more like that 8-inch scale figure.
So there you go. Just a quick peek. Like you can see, 1 of 31. There's a lot of images within the article. It'll be linked below if you're looking to add to your Marvel collection. Always didn't want. Yep. Exactly. Everything about it I didn't like. Star Wars Celebration is just ahead. It's happening in Japan. If you happen to be going, Mike Celestino, our very own Star Wars expert around these parts, is going to be hosting a live podcast at Star Wars Celebration. So be sure to check your schedule for when you can find who's the boss. But what are we looking at here?
We're just looking at some awesome exclusive merchandise that'll be available. I love this. This is like representing kind of the legacy of the Skywalker saga in one of these like cool display, like what are they? What are they even called?
Holding screen.
Holding screen. Thank you.
No worries. No, but it's so beautiful. I love the artwork here with Obi-Wan, Anakin, Amidala, Luke, Leia, and of course Darth Vader. So we have Anakin on here twice, but wow.
Well, you got
Master Yoda, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at. Yeah.
With this Chinese or the Japanese lantern, sorry.
Yeah, no, a Japanese lantern is a walking stick. That's how I'm gonna say it's Yoda because it's a walking stick.
Yeah, and then he's got the wrinkles on his
looking,
that Grogu doesn't have.
Ooh, wow. Okay, Stormtrooper represented in like a samurai helmet. I'm gonna gush over these, so everybody, you just along for the ride as we window shop. Ooh, this is interesting. Kind of a oil slick, pearlescent glimmer to the symbols of Star Wars, whether it's crossing lightsabers or the Jedi or evil empire.
Right. The rebels, the Jedi. Yes. Yeah. And this is
Kyle totally reading my mind. Like, I have to remember to tell Benji about it because Ben's going to Celebration. I am not going to Celebration, and I know at some point he will go shopping, and so he'll be like, okay, you can get one of these. I want that one. Yeah. So far, nothing's added to the shopping list yet, Kyle. I'll be sure to let y'all know when. Oh, this is kind of pretty though. Becca, do you like this?
I do like this. Yes. Yeah, I think I'd like it as a sticker more so than a t-shirt.
Okay. Put it on the water bottle. Ooh, the flaming red samurai sword. That's kind of epic.
Yeah, it's this beautiful like mashup of Star Wars art and like Japanese art, and that makes perfect sense for it being that the celebration is going to be overseas this year. Like it's quite stunning.
That is so beautiful. Oh my.
Is that going on the shopping list?
Oh, okay. Oh, these are both beautiful. I just don't do the white t-shirt thing, but these are beautiful. Oh yeah, no, those are gorgeous. Oh, this is quirky. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, this is
a clear backpack.
Not for me.
Okay, go ahead. It's a clear backpack with the Darth Vader helmet and then that EL wire framing. Okay, this feels very much, I want to wear this as I cross that, like the busiest crosswalk in Tokyo. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like the only, I want it for that, take that Instagram moment of you and like everybody else is blurred and you just are there with that backpack. Yeah.
I can get on board with that.
You can see it? Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so Grogu.
Yes. This is Grogu. At least I'm
frogs up here. That's how you know.
He doesn't have the ear in the or the hair in the ears.
Right.
And,
no ear hair, and he's got the snacky blue frogs.
And his robe is different. He's got that little bit of a higher, like Yoda dresses like he's gonna, I don't know, go out and do some martial arts, whereas Grogu's like still hasn't graduated out of the baby sweater.
Okay, so he's still a little swaddled, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I love this.
Swaddled. This is adorable. I'm with you. I'm right there.
This, yeah, it's they calling it a skateboard. Well, it's a skateboard deck, so I'm not sure if they mean like you're actually. I'm guessing it's going to be a small skateboard that you can, like a collectible thing, or is it actually going to be like a full-size skateboard?
This feels like a full-size skateboard.
I mean, I want it to be, but then I'm like, I can't skateboard, so why would I want a skateboard? Anyway, I'm sorry. We were talking about the charm.
I love it. This is adorable too, by the way.
Yes.
He's so cute, snacking on his little blue milk cookies from that episode when he Ahsoka.
He went to school.
Ahsoka on a fan.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
And this artwork that you're seeing here and that you saw on the screen, if I'm remembering correctly, these are also going to be the badge art that are given out. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Really tiny rocks if it's not full sized, and Geo saying tech sized board. So if you're a
finger
and Ahsoka's biggest fan. Very funny.
Do you know what I see is Amidala's hair?
Okay.
From that one, she has the one style where her hair is like in a fan.
I'm trying to think what I'm seeing here.
Let's see. So are these? I don't know any. Oh, is this? That's Acolyte. This is Acolyte.
This is Acolyte. That's what I was asking. Yeah, this is Acolyte. Okay, that's
totally forgetting. Oh, Soul and Mar.
Wow.
Master Soul, who I loved so much. I really enjoyed his story.
I am sad. I want more Acolyte. I'm hoping we get it at least in novel. I want more of that story, even if they don't explore it visually on television or whatnot. I would like to continue that story. In a galaxy far, far away. I'm not a fan of this.
I'm not either. I would want it to be one thing or the other. Like it's just all a star field with no ships, and it says in a galaxy far, far away, or lose the in a galaxy far, far away and just have like all the ships on there.
I like the print. Yeah, no, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the print, but I don't like the words across it. That makes it too much there needs to be something different. I wonder if it's received differently in person. Because here possible. They just kind of get lost in each other.
I think so. I agree.
And yeah, it is really weirdly lined up as far as like the zip goes. It feels frumpy in the photo.
Yeah.
It doesn't have much shape to it. So it's an interesting photograph. So but as a reminder, Laughing Place will be on the scene in Japan for Star Wars Celebration. We have several reporters attending, so you will be able to follow all the highlights from Tokyo right here on Laughing Place. And don't forget, there's a time differential between Japan and the US, so things may pop up at weird hours, day and night kind of dynamic. So that's very exciting, just around the corner. I think Celestino heads there Thursday, I think is when he said he was making his way, going to do a little bit of sightseeing before the events happen. We've also got some Return of the Jedi items to share.
Yes, this is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. This is also from Hasbro. So this is part of the Star Wars Retro Collection, which you might be familiar. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. But you had the figures when Return of the Jedi came out, right?
Yes.
So this is like what the original action figures looked like. Limited articulation.
Exactly.
But Mon Mothma. We've got Wicket. We've got the Gomorian, is that how I say his name? The guard.
Yeah.
Yak Face, which I believe there was something special about Yak Face. Didn't Yak Face and where is it now? And Mon Mothma didn't make the original releases, I believe. They missed out on Mon Mothma missed out on the original Kenner figure line, but now they've recreated her for the.
I'm with you, Gio, though. Mon Mothma having a gun. I'm gonna have to ask Celestino about that. That just doesn't feel. I mean, maybe, but just
maybe it's like we need to have an accessory. What are we gonna give her? She does nothing. Like you're not nothing. I shouldn't say that.
No, but
she needs an accessory, and you're like, well, we're not. She doesn't carry a lightsaber,
right?
We're not gonna give her like a stack of papers or clipboard.
That'd be funny. They give her like just an agenda.
Yeah. Or like a radio.
She's a politician, so she just has an agenda.
Yes.
But yeah, so these are Entertainment Earth exclusive. Throwback to the era of simplistic figurines, retro look. So there you have it. I do not have a sensational 7 this week. Instead, I thought I'd share with you some of the stuff that I stumbled on as I was walking the resorts over the past week. These are cool. These are like water bottle holders. They have this really nice like parachute cord handles on them, a little zippered pouch, a strong water bottle with the flippy zipper. Dynamic. Nice. I saw Mickey, Minnie. I also saw these kind of Stanley-like tumblers. They're those large mugs that then can fit, into the standardized cup holder in your car. Mm-hmm. But they have this pouch element to it so that you can take along your Stanley-style cup along with it. And they got a cute little straw clip on the top, too.
Aw, that's adorable.
Yeah, no, these are cool. I'll be honest, I don't like straws. So if these had the slide it out and let me drink lid, I would have picked one up, but because they didn't, I skipped them because I don't like straws. I was really impressed with the array of t-shirt art that I spotted all around the resorts over at Disneyland. Some of them are kind of odd in what they choose, like this Mickey car wash thing, but I still liked it. Even though I was like, I'm not really sure why Mickey has a car wash, but okay, I'll go with it. I like the colors. I wasn't a fan of the new partners motif that they've got both at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. It didn't speak to me in the same way. But this Disneyland resort with the Mickey hat and then the Minnie Mouse cap, I thought that was sweet. They're also really leaning into that t-shirt market, and they do this, they have the designs all up at the top now. And then you can, kind of look through the shelving. So it makes it much easier to see the wide variety of designs available. They are all, Gio saying, I like the new merchandise method. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And then they're celebrating retro characters and realities like Goofy movie. It's 30 years old now, and so they've got items representing that popular franchise. This was one of the weirder things, and I want to know thumbs up, thumbs down from the chat and from Becca.
Okay.
Disneyland Resort collection of single boot, cowboy boot. We've got Goofy, we've got Mickey, we've got Donald, we've got Minnie. Are we thumbs up? Are we thumbs down?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gio on this one. I'm gonna give this.
I am so confused. I mean, I can almost understand it at like Fort Wilderness or something.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm very confused. What about the Disneyland Resort screams? I need character boots. I would give that one the boots.
Yes.
Oh, Nikki B!
Nikki likes it.
Nikki B giving it a thumbs up. I like the way that they're representing the boot. but
Yes.
I don't understand why there's a boot. And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't see buying
Also,
that
it's
one.
weird the mini one, maybe because it's close to Donald, kind of makes me see Daisy, which doesn't make sense because it's clearly Minnie Mouse, but I'm like, "Oh, wait, is it supposed to be it's all sorts of weird, and that Mickey one is kind of giving me, like, a Darkwing Duck, like, eyes type thing,
Okay, so
which
this
is his
one's
buttons,
almost
but
exactly. So this one is almost eyes and a bill,
yes, yes, and the yellow with the Donald, like, it looks like the
and the
beak,
hat. It's almost like
it's
a bill.
I think my
And
guess.
it's
It
interesting to go all yellow here, right? Like you're locked
yes,
into the notion that you're got yellow. I mean, you could have gone orange because his
right.
feet aren't very yellowy; they're more orangey.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so I didn't realize Disney has as many, like, artists and designers, not until they released special edition collectibles at Disney Store, and they're like, "Oh, it's designed by Disney artist so and so," or, "We're doing the artistic collection, and this person has also worked on whatever."
Mm-hmm.
So, I wonder if some of this is just kind of like, submit your ideas,
Oh,
let's see what your you know,
oh
what
yeah,
you can come up with, how do people respond to that, and then where do you build off from there. So every
exactly.
once in a while, and I'm like, I feel a little bad for giving a thumbs down to an artist, but
Not everything's gonna be
exactly.
you know what I mean? You look at a baseball player and the greatest ones, their batting averages are, not even anywhere near 50-50.
So
So, no biggie. Um, the This is beautiful.
yes.
I like the choice here with the Disneyland Resort kind of looking all over the place there. And they have a similar design at Walt Disney World. Oh, here, let me click. No, go away. Hang on, this way, and then over here. Yeah, and so you can see the similar look over at Walt Disney World. They going with the most magical place on earth for Walt Disney World, the happiest place on earth at Disneyland. So if you see those headlines that are talking about the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. Magical place on earth, Walt Disney World. See, these are the ways you can tell the difference in part. Just
Yes.
helping you out with the marketing. I love the Mickey Mouse Epcot fireworks. The colors on that were really pretty. And the Epcot Center,
Mhm.
I think that one would have spoke to me more without the background color being a little less.
Mustard yellow.
Yeah, a little less. It needed a tweak, a shade tweak. But I like that they're going kind of off the beat. We aren't only locked into those, primary colors, red, blue. We're really branching out with the merchandise. Uh, just along for the ride. This was adorable. I love this.
Did you
But
get it?
I did not,
I
and
know it's not blue inside. I can
It
tell
is
already
it is
it's
it
not
is
a blue
not
mug.
it is not blue. It is not blue inside. Right now I was on a moratorium because I'm about to go to Tokyo Disneyland. And so I was really conserving I'm not going to buy Disney souvenirs on this Disneyland trip because I'm about to go to Tokyo. So, and I have a Disneyland trip planned a little bit later this year. So it's like, I'm going to save my money for my Tokyo trip, which was really hard because I did really like this, even though it cracked me up that it was Cinderella Castle on the Disneyland Resort shelves. Um, I love that this is one of those string toys. Do you remember those when you would go to a theme park and there was the guy and like the string would be like just running in a
Oh,
circle
yes.
and he would touch it and it would be like shapy and there was like a black light shining on it and stuff like
Yes.
that. Um, so yeah, that's what this is, but it's called the Spider-Man String Slinger. And
Nice.
so I just love that they've turned that popular toy of my childhood into a Spider-Man toy. And over at Mousewares, you can get an oil bottle that looks kind of like a Cinderella castle turret.
It's pretty cool.
So yeah. And finally on the cruise, I picked up a new souvenir when I was on the cruise. It is a delightful bowl for your ice cream that looks like Mickey pants. They also had mini skirt and $13. I mean, big scoops of ice cream. I think there were 3. big
Wow.
old scoops of ice cream in this. Now I use it I put it by my sink in the bathroom and sit my kitchen sponge in it.
Oh, it's a great
Um,
idea.
yeah, also on board ship at the ice cream parlor, that is an additional, it's not included, price included, but the ice cream, they now have flavored cones up there. So you can get
Okay.
matcha or birthday cake or orange creamsicle. Yeah. And I also finally, this is my last one that I'm sharing. It was a cruise line Loungefly. Kind of reminds me of the Skyliner that we saw, except
Yes.
the bottom portion opens up as a zipper,
Okay.
kind of the hull of the ship, but the upper portion has its own little snap area so you
Oh,
can put like things
cute.
that you want more frequently in that upper portion, without having to go all the way into the bottom portion, the hull of your purse, as it were. So interesting design there from the team at Loungefly that I spotted on the Disney cruise and wanted to make people aware of it.
That's
And
awesome.
yes, I know, Geo, dark chocolate cones. Yum. Becca, that finally brings us to this week's shopping list. You can tell people what they can find out about on the website.
Yes, we have a Disney store has their Tuesday pin drop, and today they're featuring Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and Spectro Magic, along with a couple of other fun designs. There's also 2 new mini Mix-Its. They're themed to Bambi's. We've got Flower and Thumper. If you're looking for some springtime jewelry, Bobble Bar has their first Disney Easter collection. So there's accessories and jewelry, mini ears, some cute stuff. Lily Pulitzer dropped a Cinderella collection today at Disney Store. So it's that kind of that fun Lily Pulitzer design, but with some Cinderella elements built into it as well. And then the Disney Mickey Mouse by Marc Jacobs collection, which launched earlier this year. Select items are now available at Disney Store as well. There's a lot of crazy and very interesting Thunderbolts collectibles that are coming to various theater chains. There you can get a pint glass, you can get a popcorn bucket that looks like a limousine. There's some pop figures and some backpacks, so some pretty cool stuff. If you are looking for high-end collectibles, Sideshow has released, or Hot Toys, they've released their Iron Man 2 iridescent figure. So it sounds like he's going to be way pretty, like super pretty. That's not what it is. It looks really, really nice. Like the way the light hits it. It's quite awesome. Heroes and Villains has some Star Wars windbreakers and baseball caps with a retro look to him. And then there's an Asajj Ventress figure that we wrote about from Sideshow and Hot Toys as well. She's a large figure, quite detailed, comes with some cool accessories. May the 4th collection has arrived the dated collection has arrived at Disney Store, and there's much more on the way. And then finally, Loungefly launched their Star Wars Power of the Force collection with a couple of web exclusives and then some fun light up designs that you can find for your summer Star Wars adventures.
Okay, I had to go look at the Lily Pulitzer because I hadn't seen it. Oh, Becca, it's pretty.
It is pretty. We can talk about it next week.
Oh, that is, yeah, we'll have to, because there's some choices there that I like. So we'll talk about that next time. This evening on this very YouTube channel at 7:30 is Disney Trivia Live. So apparently it's called Where. So 7:30 p.m. Disneyland time, Pacific time. We will see you all very soon. Thanks for joining us for a little bit of Disney window shopping. If you enjoyed the stream, please give us a like. If you want to follow us and find out more Disney news and information, click the subscribe button. We are here live talking all things Disney 7 days a week. We're here. There's somebody here. Okay, I know we're live at least 5 days a week, but we're often here live on Saturday. Sunday, it's a recorded show that we drop, but we're here every day. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to promise either way. I think there'll be somebody able to fill in next week while I'm gone. So
I forgot about that.
I didn't want to guarantee that. So stay tuned. We appreciate everyone tuning in for our window shopping here at Barely Necessities. We will see you all next time.